Hello children, today we are going to discuss International English Olympiad workbook of grade 1. So the chapter name that we are going to discuss today is Comprehension, Prose and Poetry. So yes, what is comprehension, prose and poetry? Comprehension is passage. You know what a passage is? Passage is a group of sentences which form and tell you or convey you some message. That is what a comprehension or a passage means. And below the passage, they give some questions that you need to answer. And the questions that they're giving are related to the passage they have given above. Then what is this prose? Prose is a form of written language that follows the natural flow of speech. Okay, you understood what a prose is, right? It follows the natural way. Like generally, how do we talk? The same way that a prose approaches. Okay. Next, what is poetry? You know what a poem is, right, children? What is poem? Poem is something like you can easily sing it, you can enjoy it. Okay, that is what a poem is, right? Like you have rhyming words for a poem, you have rhyming scheme, you have different kinds of things. You have a lot of things for a poem. So poetry is poem. So in this chapter, what we are going to cover or what we are going to learn is that we are going to read the passage and we are going to answer the given questions. Okay. And in this chapter, we have 3 passages. Okay. And we have one picture. So we'll read it and we'll enjoy it. Okay. Okay. Let's start then. Read the given passages and find and answer the questions that follow. So the name of the first passage is Sweets and Teeth. So yes, how many of you like sweets? I like sweets a lot, a lot. I eat sweets a lot. Okay, next, okay. Simi and Sweetie both were sisters. Okay, Simi and Sweetie, they both were sisters. You know what sisters are? Siblings. Simi likes chocolates, whereas Sweetie likes fruits and salads. You understood, right? Simi liked chocolates, whereas Sweetie liked fruits and salads. What do you like? I like all. Next, Simi was quite ignorant about the harmful effects of chocolate. Okay, but she did not care much about the she ignored the harmful effects of the chocolate. When you eat a chocolate, there are harmful effects of it. But Simi ignored them. Next, the chocolate gets stuck between her teeth. When you are eating a chocolate, it gets stuck between your teeth. So the same happened with Simi. It enters into the cavities and the germs flourish in the teeth and gums. Okay, when it enters into the cavity and germs are the harmful or the very disease causing bacteria. Once they enter into your cavities, they flourish your teeth and gums. Gum is the above part of your teeth. Next, the dentist examined her. Oh, no. One day, Simi visited the dentist. So, after happening all of this, she visited the dentist. Who is dentist? A doctor who checks the teeth. He is dentist, okay? He or she is dentist. The dentist examined her teeth and suggested a root canal treatment for the weak teeth. So, as she was eating a lot of chocolates and she ignored the harmful effects of it, so she had to go with a root canal treatment as she was having a weak teeth. So that is what the dentist examined and suggested her. So you have understood what the passage is about. Okay. So now we will answer the questions. And I'll tell you a very, very easy one. All the question answer are easily visible in your passage. Like remember each and every, like you need to remember each and every single detail that is given in the passage. And I'm damn sure that you're going to get 10 marks. Like the number of passages you're having, those many marks you'll get. Okay, let's start then. Eating chocolate spoils dash teeth and gums and eyes and ears or teeth and tongue. So look at it. Flourish in teeth and gums. Look at this sentence. Teeth and gums. Eating chocolate spoils teeth and gums. I told you, no, it is in the passage itself. For if you want, I can underline for you. Okay, I'll underline and I'll show you. Okay. Next. Sweetie and Simi liked chocolates and fruits, chocolates and juices, fruits and chocolates, fruit salads and chocolates respectively. Respectively means children like fruits, salads and chocolates. These are in an order. Sweetie and Simi are in an order. So now the first one's Sweetie like, the second one the Simi like. Okay, that is what respectively means. So here, so look at it. Simi liked chocolates. Sweetie liked fruits and salads. Sweetie liked fruits and salads. simulate chocolates. So it is option D. You understood, no? Very, very easy. It's very, very easy. Okay. Next. The germs flourish and dash cavities of cheeks, cavities of teeth, cavities of glands, all of these. So where does the germs flourish? I already told you the germs flourish in the cavities of teeth. So it is option B. Next, fourth one. Root canal is a treatment used for treating in the last they have given. Look at the last line. Suggested a root canal treatment for weak teeth. So answer is weak teeth. That is option D. Next, we are done with the passage. Fine. Yeah. And next, coming to the second passage, the greedy dog. So this is a very interesting story and a very funny story. Okay, let's read. Once there was a dog carrying a piece of meat in his mouth. So once upon a time, there lived a dog who was carrying a piece of meat. So for its food, it was carrying in his mouth. He was passing through a jungle. So you know what a jungle is? A jungle is a forest, and he was passing through it. He was going in it. He was crossing a bridge. What is a bridge, children? Like there's a water body on the both of its side, and you have some pathway so that you can cross from the one side to the other. That is a bridge. Suddenly, he saw his own shadow in the river. So whenever you are going in water, you see your own reflection in the water, isn't it? Like the reflection of you depicts. So he saw his own shadow in the river. After a while, he thought that another dog was carrying a piece of meat. So generally, when we look into water, we know that it's ourselves who is in the water. It's our own reflection or our own shadow. But the dog doesn't know that. So when he saw into the river, he thought that there was another dog who was carrying a piece of meat. So what he did, he tried to snatch that meat also. Very greedy, no? He tried to snatch not he's already having a piece of meat in his mouth, but he's not satisfied with that. Instead, he want to snatch the meat from the mouth of its shadow. Too hilarious. Okay. He barking. He barked. And the piece of meat which was in his mouth, fell into the river. When the dog wanted to bark, it has to open his mouth. So this is the meat, and when it has opened its mouth, the meat fell into the river. The greedy dog was left with no meat. The piece of meat which was having in his mouth, if it was happy, then he would have happily ate this. But he went for greediness and left with nothing. So that will never be greedy. Greed is like an endless pit. If a human falls into it, it's like you completely keep going and going. There's no end for it. So be really, really away from it. Okay. That's what I suggest. Next. So looking into questions, what was the dog carrying in his mouth? Very easy one. It was carrying a piece of meat. What did the dog see in the river? A duck, his own shadow, another dog, a boat. He saw his own shadow. The dog thought that another dog was dash a piece of meat, eating, carrying, drinking, or passing. It thought that it was carrying. Okay, so it's option B. Next. What happened when the dog barked? What happened when the dog barked? When it opened its mouth, he fell into the river. He tried to snatch other dog's piece of meat. The piece of meat of his mouth fell into the river. He was crossing a bridge. It is the piece of meat of his mouth fell into the river. So it is option C. Okay. And coming to B bit, look at the given poem and answer the question that follows. So the third one is my new bicycle. I got a new bicycle for my birthday, the best one in the shop. It got gears to make it go faster and the brakes so that I can stop. There's a bell to ring on the handlebars so everyone can clear the way. I'm racing off on my bicycle around the park today. So it's a prose or a poem, you can assume. It's a prose actually. So prose, I already told you what a prose is. Prose is a written language that follows the natural flow of speech. Okay, so here we don't have any kind of rhyming words or rhyming scheme because it's not a poem. It's a prose. So prose, you don't have any kind of those, but instead they tell you something. They tell you the natural flow as if we want to speak it. So here the person who has written is this saying that he got a bicycle for his birthday, the best one in the shop. And It got gears so that he can go faster and faster. He can move from one place to another very quickly. And brakes. When you're moving quickly, obviously when you need to stop, you need to have brakes. So got brakes too. There's a bell to ring. When you ring the bell on the handlebars, everyone will clear the way. So everyone can clear the way. I am racing off. Racing off is where you put a competition and you race off around the park today. Around the park is on the pathway of the park today. Okay. And now we have the questions following these. Let us read what the questions are. What did the poet get for his birthday? A very easy question. He got a bicycle. The first sentence itself. Next, 10th one. Where is the bell on the bicycle? Look at the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Look at the fifth line, children. There's a bell to ring on the handlebars. So where is the bell on the bicycle? It is on the handlebar. So it is option A. So everything, literally everything will be in the passage itself. We just need to check where it is and just put it. That's very easy. Next, 11th one. Where is the poet cycling? Look at the last line. Around the park. So it is option C. Around the park. Next. Look at the picture carefully and answer the questions that follow. So look at the picture. There are 5 children in the picture. Sachin, Zoya, Aarti, Sunny and Meena. What are they all doing? They're all painting. They're all drawing. You are sitting on the table. One is drawing on the palette and one is sitting on the floor. So now we have observed everything really carefully, right? So now we are going to answer the questions. There are dash children in the class. How many children are there, children? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 children in the class. So it is option B. It is an image of A or an dash class. So what are all the kids doing here? So it's an image of English class, drawing class, maths class or science class. It is an image of drawing class. That's option B. Next. Zoya is sitting dash Sachin and Aarti. Let us look at the picture again. Where is Zoya? Zoya is here. Sachin, he is Sachin and Aarti. So where is Zoya sitting? Zoya is sitting between. Zoya is sitting between. Between is a preposition. So let us choose the option. Zoya is sitting between Sachin and Aarti. And 15th one, Meena is sitting on the dash. Where is Meena sitting, children? Meena is sitting on the floor. So it is option D. And with this question, we are done with the chapter of comprehension, prose and poetry. And to be really very honest, it's a very easy chapter. So everything whatever you want to answer is already written in the comprehension, prose or poetry. Like you just need to read that, understand it, and you need to remember each and every single detail and very carefully. And then you need to answer the questions. And with this, we are done with the chapter. And I hope you understood the chapter. And let's meet in the next video. Until then, take care and bye-bye.